probably make you sick. Lay my days of my life in front of you when I let you take your pick. Come on, pull back the curtain, but make sure that you are certain that it will be worth the energy that you end up exerting. Now walk past the doorway, step into the foyer. Don't you bother knocking, I'm a grandfather clocking everything you do. I'm seeing through your faultiness, so sprinkle me, but now it's saltiness. The ghetto taught me this, I fall for this, I fight for this, I spend my life for this. And if you put your brain to work, it ain't hard to decipher this. Counting down the days, boy, closer to your doom. Timekeeper for the reaper, the family heirloom. Like staring at my grandfather clock inside my room. It'll never miss a tick-tock, it strikes every day at noon. Every hour on the hour, it'll sing a tune. Every half hour, it'll croon and yell out at the moon. You can't escape the master time, no one is immune. The hands of time will grab you when the moment's opportune. No one is immune when the moment's opportune. Carved from a tree trunk bark, what a wonderful work of art. Well, I usually wear my sundial, but it don't work when it's dark. No electric part sparks, as mechanical as he is. He'll kindly say, just wind me and then show me where the key is. And I go all about my day, and I'll flow up off the way. He never has nothing to say, he just sits there on display. I see one in the cafe, one inside the cabaret. Timekeeper for the reaper, what a pretty price to pay. So don't you bother knocking, I'm a grandfather clocking everything you do. I'm seeing through your masquerade. At midnight you will hear the serenade, and don't you be afraid. It's like clockwork orange lemonade with a bottomless glass when it's time for that ass.
Tick tock, my grandfather clock goes tick tock. My grandfather clock goes tick tock. My grandfather clock.
The pendulum is swinging and it just don't ever stop.
Tick tock, my grandfather clock goes tick tock. My grandfather clock goes tick tock. My grandfather clock.
I used to have this cuckoo clock that would bother my grandfather clock. Never gave him a rest, so I flew over the top of the nest. And then at my request, I asked him to resign. He was never on time, 1 hour behind. At 10 he struck at 9, but he did not fuck with mine, cause I murdered that machine. If you ever beat the clock, you know exactly what I mean. I hold my grandfather clock in high esteem. My alarm clock screams, cause he know how long it takes me. But my grandfather clock leans over and he shakes me, and they both race against time to see who'll be the first to wake me. But when I became awoke, my alarm clock was broke, and my grandfather clock was staring right down my throat. And he leaned a little bit closer and he told me, and I quote,
if you ever race against me, you will surely come up short.
He said I'm better than your Timex, your Rolex, or your Swatch, your Paso, Casio, Quartz, your diamond set of watch. He said I control how long you stay alive. I'ma tap you on your shoulder at 11:55 when the time's arrived, and then and only then you'll have your last 5 minutes of fun. Said my final salutations as I stepped amongst the monks. Then he took me exactly where I stood, like he should, and I tried to reason with him, and I tried knocking on wood, but he said, don't you bother knocking, I'm a grandfather clocking everything you do. I'm seeing through your masquerade. At midnight, yeah, you heard the serenade, and were you afraid? It's like clockwork orange lemonade with a bottomless glass when it's time for that ass.
Tick tock, my grandfather clock goes tick tock. My grandfather clock goes tick tock. My grandfather clock.
The pendulum is swinging and it just don't ever stop. The pendulum is swinging and it just don't ever stop. The pendulum is swinging and it just